Behind us are our nursery bed, or is our nursery bed. This is the place we are going to raise our seedlings for onions. And to take you a little back is that the need for diversification is what has brought us here. For some of us who are referred to as wakulima wa simu, we just want to try. And actually this is our pilot project. We really want to try and see if we can do it. We are beginning with a quarter an acre. We want to do a quarter an acre. And for that we know we've got enough seedlings to take us there. So I would urge you to begin with us this project so that we learn together, we correct the mistakes that we might do. But at this stage, this is a stage whereby you cannot afford to make any mistakes. A lot of care is needed when you're beginning your nursery bed, and I would like to take you behind and to take you back and tell you the things that you really need to do at the beginning of this project. First, the things you need to consider when selecting a place for the nursery bed. One of them is the type of the soil. The type of the soil is very useful because if you do it in a place that has got waterlogged soils, it may not do very well. So one of the factors that you consider when selecting a place for your nursery bed is the type of the soil. And you have to do it in a well-drained soil. That is a soil that will not allow water clogging, a soil that will allow free movement of water so that there is no clogging of water. The other thing to consider when selecting a place for your nursery bed is the topography of the land, or the topography of your area. When I say topography, I mean the steepness of the land. You have to put that into consideration and come up, select a place that is not so steep. And the reason for this is that because when it rains, you find that there could be some movement of water down the hill, and you find that your seed bed or your nursery bed is going to be washed away. So you have to put into consideration those things. Another one is previous cropping. For example, now we are doing onions. So you select a place where there were onions were not done previously. The reason whereby we say this is because if you plant a crop that was done there previously, you find that there are soil-borne diseases that could have been left there. There are pests that are prone to attacking that kind of crop. So you have to make sure that uh, the crop that you want to do there wasn't done there previously. Then, of course, the other one, the most important thing is the closeness to a water source. As you can see, for us, we don't need to worry because we've got we will be using piped water. That is what you're using to irrigate our nurseries. So when you are selecting a place for your nursery bed, make sure that you've got enough water, because at the initial stages and even after transplanting, you find that the onions or other crops requires a lot of water. So when you're selecting the crop that you want to do, or you're selecting a place that you want to do your nursery, make sure that your nursery is close to a source of water, because you will require frequent irrigation. Then other factors that you need to consider is closeness to your planting place, or to where you're going to transplant. You don't do a nursery here and then you're going to transplant your crop miles away. You make sure that the nursery, where the nursery bed is, also the transplanting area is just close to, it's so close to, it's close to where the nursery is. Then the other one, you consider factors like security. And when I talk about security, you make sure that you've done your nursery bed, you've taken great care of your nursery bed, but now someone comes and steal your seedlings when they germinate. Or maybe security of there is no attack of wild animals, and also other maybe people. Then the other thing is avoid places that are so shady. When the seedlings are growing, they require direct sunlight. So you don't have to do it in a shady area, because if there is no penetration of sunlight, you find that your crops are not going to do well. So those are the major factors that you consider when you're selecting a place for your nursery bed. And for us, we've just done this today. We've done a few because we started late, and we've done this. We've done the sowing of the seeds, we've done the drenching of the soil, we've done fertilizer application, and we've added some manure. That one is very useful. The fertilizer that we've used is a phosphorus fertilizer that will enhance the growth of the roots of the seedlings. So as I said at the beginning of this video, this is a pilot project, and we have seedlings enough to do a quarter an acre, and we want to study and move forward. But the most important thing I would like us to know as we begin this is the preparation of the nursery bed. You cannot afford to make any mistakes. If you make mistakes here, you're going to transfer those mistakes to the field, so you really need to be very careful. If the nutrients that are required by your crop, you need to supply them. If the soil pH of your soil is not correct, you really need to adjust it so that you have healthy crops, so that when you transplant those crops to the main field, they will not have the deficiency of some element. So once again, welcome on board as we begin this project. We go step by step. Now you've done our nursery, and not approximation, but germination will take place 7 days from today. Just 7 days from today, we'll have a crop that has germinated, and then from there, we are going to do what we call nursery bed management, like the weeding, like other things like pest control, disease control, maybe pricking off. Like if you find that there are seeds that have the seedlings that maybe could have that are overcrowding, we do something that is called pricking off. So there are a lot of things that you're going to learn in this project. So keep tuned as we begin this project together. We work together, we learn together until we go to the market. So as a farmer, as a young farmer, or as someone who is intending to bring up any project, the place that you cannot make any mistakes is at the nursery bed. So make sure you learn with us as we learn together, so that if there is any mistake we need to eliminate, that mistake at the nursery bed preparation. So until our next video, when we maybe we're doing after germination, we see the kind of practices that you do when the seeds germinate. So keep tuned, and if you've not subscribed to our channel, now we're going to do a lot of agriculture, so make sure you subscribe. Until our next video, from me, it's bye.